Namo Namaste Gurave Mahatmane Vimukta Sangaya Saduttamaya Nityadvayananda Bhumne Sada Paradayam Budhamne Namaste Namaste Vibho Vishwamurte Namaste Namaste Chidanandamurte Namaste Namaste Tapoyogagamya Namaste Namaste Shruti Jnanagamya Namaste Namaste Tapoyogagamya Namaste Namaste Shruti Jnanagamya. Hari Om Tat Sat. Ninth slide. It is yesterday we did the Sattva Guna. Just for recapitulation, it represents light and revelation. All that we come to know, it is the effect of Sattva Guna. So when Sattva Guna is sufficiently prominent in our personality, then it leads to understanding, knowledge, purity. It reveals the unity, the one truth in diverse universe, in diversity. It enhances a comprehensive vision of things. It dissolves preferential clinging and enhances viveka buddhi or discrimination. It is conducive to vidya that leads to the ultimate truth. That is, finally we have to take the help of Sattva Guna to reach truth. The next one. But that Sattva Guna also, although it is the best of the three gunas and which is absolutely essential for the seekers, but it also binds. Yesterday we went into the details that how it binds to the sukha and jnana. When Sattva Guna is binding us to sukha and jnana, we have to understand that it is sattvika sukha and sattvika jnana, not the rajasika or tamasika sukha or rajasika or tamasika jnana. That also we have discussed in detail. Now let us come to the Rajo Guna. So we go to 14th chapter, verse number 7. Yesterday we had done the 6th. Rajo ragatmakam vidhi
Rajo ragatmakam vidhi
Trishna sanga samudbhavam
Trishna sanga samudbhavam
Tannibadhnati kaunteya
Tannibadhnati kaunteya
Karma sangena dehinam
Karma sangena dehinam
Rajo ragatmakam vidhi
Rajo ragatmakam vidhi
Trishna sanga samudbhavam
Trishna sanga samudbhavam
Tannibadhnati kaunteya
Tannibadhnati kaunteya
Karma sangena dehinam.
Karma sangena dehinam.
He says that Rajoguna is ragatmakam. Its essential truth is raga. This raga actually means color. Raga means raga dvesha also, that is clinging and hatred, but it has come from originally from color. Raga is color. So the nature of Rajoguna is to apply the color on things so that we don't see the things as they are. The situations, as they are projected before us, it is a colored situation. What is the color there? The color of likes and dislikes. Color of preference and prejudice. The color of me, mine and others. So naturally from that you can understand that it will always divide our vision. It will make our vision fragmented. If it is my son, then we will be preferential towards him. If it is something related to me, we will try to cover up my faults. If it is something related to others, we will try, even if the fault is not there, we will try to point out that he has or she has done like this, it's wrong. So it always misleads us by applying a color to the world and makes the world fragmented, differential, Raga dvesha oriented for us. So it will delude us also accordingly. Now here we are saying pravritti. You know, in Sanskrit, pravritti means tendency towards action and nivritti means withdrawing from action. So basically, when further shlokas are coming, you will find the Sattva Guna is Prakasha. Prakasha means revelation, revelatory power. Rajo Guna is Pravritti oriented, which engages us in activity. And Moha, Pravrittim cha Nivrittim cha Moha meyeva cha Pandava. Moha means, Moha has come from delusion. That is, there will be a cloud of ignorance covering our vision, not allowing us to see the true situation, know the true situation. So Tamo Guna is Moha, it covers. Sattva Guna reveals, Rajo Guna puts us into activity, but activity means desire motivated activity, pravritti. And Tamo Guna covers the real nature of things and gives us a wrong picture. These are the fundamental things. Now let us see the details of it. Pravritti means action causing changes also. That all energy pravritti, they are all changes, they are effect of this Rajoguna. Leads to colored vision, preferential clinging, enhances greed, insatiable thirst for desire-motivated activities. Enhances greed naturally when our vision will be partial, then to some things which is tastier, which is pleasing to us, which is attracting us, we will be having greed towards that also. Even knowing that the sweet is not good for some people, so say we are may not be sweet, anything, eatable things, which is not good for us also, there will be a greed to take that. So these are the Rajoguna influences. Not only that, insatiable thirst for desire-motivated activities. That is, we refer to as a workaholic and all, that they are so much given to activity, but activity related to desire. If they don't have that, then they will not work. If it is fulfilling something, his intention. Suppose we have found that, I always speak about one director in a very big company in Calcutta. He was so egoistic and he was very, very skillful, very performentially, very, very, very good. Everything is good, very hardworking, immensely hardworking. But he himself used to say that in the director board's meeting, if what I say is not taken, it is not accepted, then I walk out of the director's board meeting. So if he says, then it has to be accepted. If another director says something good for the company also, he will not be able to accept it. So they are very, very directional, egoistic, their own preference oriented, hatred oriented also. If a person he cannot like, he will not be able to withstand that person. Either he will ask him to go, or if he cannot accept, he will go, like that. So these are the desire motivated activity. They will work very hard. And if they fail in achieving the result they are looking for, then they will become very depressed also. It is the other side of the energy they are having. The Rajoguna energy is like that. They will be suffering from elation and depression. When they are successful, they will be very elated, very inspired. Even in hosting Swamiji also, as long as Swamiji is praising him and he is liking, they will be making a lot of fanfare about it. The moment Swamiji says something which has to correct, then he will not call anymore Swamiji. Like that. We have to face the society. We come to know everybody, various kinds of people. And when they are over-inspired and over-inviting also, we understand that it is not going to last. And we don't want it also. We want moderation from everybody, not other things. Once a person was so annoyed with me and Ma that they had invited us, all three of us, to take food. And when that lady was serving food, she was only blaming and complaining about us to Swamiji. All the three of us are taking food. She is serving to Swamiji as well as us. But she had only, and those complaints we could not understand ever any meaning. Later on also we asked Swamiji also, none of us could understand that where from those complaints have arisen. Did this, did that, etc. In such a case, when they are serving food, is it not poison for us? Normally in such cases, people will go away. They will not take that food. When you are being served food by the host, and the host is speaking against you, you should not. It has become poison already. But because we are sannyasin, we are careful about their mind also. If we go away, it will be very, very inauspicious for the householder. For any reason that they have misdid anything, if we walk away, it will be very, very inauspicious. So our mind will not react in that manner. We don't feel like taking, we know that it has become poison, but still we will, to the extent to satisfy them, we will not show any agitation, we will take a little that. So we have to go through all these things, how the Rajoguna, Tamoguna and Sattva Guna works. Now in this case it is not only Rajoguna, it is a Tamoguna effect also, because the person was absolutely deluded what has happened. We had no role to play there. It is just an assumption. Such things happen, many things happen. So, now, the other point is, it is the vikshepa power of avidya, ignorance. This I will explain. The other one also I said. It gives a fragmented, colored vision and opposes comprehensive vision of Sattva Guna. This last one is important. See, the Sattva Guna is giving you the idea of what is the underlying unity in diversity. And this is dividing everything and showing what is superficial, what is that. And the unity is always suppressed. Because if they have the moderation, they will not have the energy to do so much also. If they find that, oh, everything is all right, it is not so, and it is going like that, they will not have that kind of energy, which is desire-motivated energy. When you think that I have to get it and I will run for it, then you work also. So Rajasika action will be always very much desire-motivated. And naturally it shows us the world, a vision created, this fragmented, colored vision, which obstructs the Sattva Guna. That comprehensive vision of Sattva Guna will be obstructed by it. Do you understand this? Sattva Guna is giving us a comprehensive vision, and this is giving us a partial vision. So the two are opposing to each other. That we should understand. Now before that is, it is the vikshepa power, the distracting power of avidya or ignorance. In our Shastras, all the trouble we suffer from in life, whatever you may say, everything is coming from forgetting our real identity. That is, thinking that I am small, I am separated from all others. If I feel that I am everywhere, everybody is in me, I am in everybody, that unity, if we are aware of that, then no trouble will be there. No competition, no jealousy, no selfishness. There will only be love and love for everybody. Is it not? So, all the trouble, the source is the covering up our real identity. We are already that. Everybody in depth, in their real identity, is the universal soul, Atma or Brahman. Everybody, it is true. Nobody has to make. See, we don't have to create that soul or identity. We are that. Even now we are that. But ourselves, we are not able to see it. Because of the mind and the intelligence, they are clouded by divisional vision, wrong vision, ignorance, basically. Suppose there is a sun and there is a cloud. Now, if you remove the cloud, when the cloud is taken away by wind or you remove it, then the sun becomes visible. In that, have you created the sun? It was earlier also there. Only you were not able to see the sun because of the cloud. Like that, the mind is covered with the ignorance, so we are not able to know who am I in reality. That is the problem, basic problem according to our Shastra. So this cloud is called ignorance or avidya. Avidya means the not having the proper knowledge. It is called ajnana also. Now this avidya functions in the world with two fangs. We say they are like the two poisonous fangs of a snake. It has got two aspects. One is called avarana, another is called vikshepa. Avarana means cover up, and vikshepa means distraction. The avarana comes first, it covers up with ignorance our real identity. The moment the real identity is covered, we start feeling that I am small, I am this, I want this, I want that, I want to excel others. All the troubles coming from there. That is the moment the avarana effect is there, covering our real identity, and we become small, we start thinking I am small. All the distraction will come. That is likes and dislikes. I want this, I hate this, I don't want this. All this will take us to all the activities of the world. So this is a very basic formula we can remember. It is very much taught in our Shastras and discussed in our Shastras also. Avarana and Vikshepa, they are the powers of avidya. Even if it is called that like two fangs of a snake, the poisonous fangs of a snake. And it will go together. The moment the avarana will come, the Vikshepa also will come. So to solve this problem, that is why all this sadhana has come. Solve this problem, you don't have to deal with the vikshepa. You cannot also. Simply deal with the avarana. Deal with the covering up. That is, know your real identity. Then all the attraction, repulsion, raga, dvesha, competition, everything will go. Because you will know that I am universal. So the solution is very simple. The atmajnana. That know who am I in reality. We don't have to deal each problem separately. Maybe we are suffering from competition, we are suffering from jealousy, we are suffering from inferiority, we are suffering from overgreed. So many things are there. Nothing we have to deal with. Only the ignorance has to be removed, and the moment I know that I am universal, I am that transcendental one self, then no vikshepa will be there. Nothing, you will be freed of the likes and dislikes. You will never be clinging to the likes, never be hating the what you dislike also. Likes and dislikes will be there, but it will not run after what you like. You will not run away from what you dislike. So it is said that it is the vikshepa power of avidya. This Rajoguna, the moment the real identity is covered, the Rajoguna will make us run after the preferences and run away from the prejudiced things. So it is actually functioning as the vikshepa power of avidya, of ignorance. Go to the next. Now, bondage created by Rajoguna. How it is? He said, Rajo ragatmakam viddhi trishna sanga samudbhavam. Where from this Rajoguna is coming? Trishna sanga. Trishna means thirst, greed for enjoying something. And sanga, we have already explained, sanga means clinging to whatever we like and hating whatever we dislike. From there, the Rajoguna is getting inspired in our personality. That if we have thirst for anything, so much of Rajoguna will be produced. If we have clinging to something, clinging to, say, mastery, I want to become the manager of something, I want to become the one master of everybody. All these things will be clinging to that, will create Rajoguna in us. We will act because of that. Tan nibadhnati kaunteya karma sangena dehinam. So the Rajoguna is binding us to karma sanga. That means clinging to the activity, never worrying about that, never thinking that is this activity really necessary or not. Guided by the greed, guided by the sanga or clinging to our likes and dislikes, we will remain active. We will always be active. So we say desire motivated activity. Desire and ego motivated, as I have written. That ego is very good. If I do, then it is important. If others do, then it is different. Suppose the son has got married. It's a very common example everywhere. The daughter-in-law has come and she might be preparing very good food for the son, and the son has liked. The mother will not like it. The son has to like food prepared by me. If it is payasam also, payasam prepared by daughter-in-law, son should not like. Payasam prepared by me, he should like. So, this is what the ego, that karta bodha, kartri bhoktri bhava, both are operating there. Kartri bhava is, I have done something great, I feel elated about it. I have done something sinful, so I feel depressed about it. I have to do this, I have to do that. There is nobody else who can do. I can only do this. So all these are kartri bhava. Similarly, I have to enjoy this, I have to enjoy that, etc. These are all bhoktri bhava. All these things are the motivating power for Rajoguna and by bondage also. Now here in the Rajoguna also, karma sangena dehinam is written. That it attaches us to, it binds us by creating attachment or sangha to karma. Now here we have to understand karma also in 18th chapter, as yesterday I did. Went over to the 18th chapter, the jnana are of three kinds, sukha of three kinds. Like that, karma also has three divisions. Sattvika karma, rajasa karma, tamasa karma. So Rajoguna is binding to karma means it will bind us to the rajasika karma. This you have to apply everywhere, you should remember. Nobody tells us, but this is a secret. That to understand how the Rajoguna is binding, you cannot go to the karma of a Sattva guna karma or a Tamo guna karma. You have to see that what is the Rajoguna karma. You go to 18th chapter and see karma divisions. Here it was written, but I can find out this one. See here 23, 24. These two, just let us read. Niyatam sangarahitam araga dveshata kritam aphala prepsuna karma yattat satvikam uchyate. These karmas, these actions are called sattvika. What are these? Niyatam. Niyatam means discipline by, actually it is not a forced discipline from outside. It is not a controlled. It is niyatam means from inside, it is very much discipline. They know what will happen by what. So by that knowledge, the work also becomes discipline. Sangarahitam. They don't do anything out of their clinging. If that apparently tendency is there to do something, they will immediately, the Sattva guna will show that no, why are you let others do. Why are you doing it? It will appear for everybody. Suppose even a discussion also, there will always be a tendency to put forward our argument forcefully and stick to it. A Sattva Guni will immediately hold on. He says, why not let others express their argument? Maybe it is not necessary to say this also. So this Sangarahitam means not clinging to what he is own or what he likes, will allow him to function in a very reasonable, rational manner everywhere, allowing everybody their own. So such people will be very good managers, allowing all the employees, all the subordinates to have their own fruition, flowering, blossoming. Aragadveshatah kritam. They don't do out of ragadvesha. That means out of clinging to what he likes and out of hatred towards what he dislikes. The Rajoguni will always do out of ragadvesha. Rajo ragatmakam viddhi. But the Sattvaguni will not do out of ragadvesha. He will do whatever to be done. These examples will be many. If I go on illustrating, then it will take a long time. See, this overcoming likes and dislike, clinging to what I like and what I dislike, this is the last sadhana for a spiritual person. You may have samadhi, you may have everything, you may know all the shastras, but overcoming likes and dislikes is extremely difficult. And it will be tested only when you come to Guru, come to the ashram. Because what the Guru will ask you to, you never know. If the Guru, just like Mahabharata, when Krishna asked Yudhishthira to tell a lie, Yudhishthira could not. He had to be fooled by other complicated argument. He could not. Why? The Guru is asking me to tell a lie, you should be able to tell a lie. You don't know what for. He will not ask you to do anything wrongly. But in some cases in the world, sometimes, as in Mahabharata war, sometimes they had to undertake to something which is not straightforward apparently, but for the final aim of establishing the righteous rule on earth. I have always told that I was hating construction in my life when my father was making the building and he sent me to supervise because he was still working. Daytime to go and see. I used to go and I was supposed to see what work is being done. But the third day, when father came, I was also there. The mason told my father, chief mason told my father that don't send this boy anymore. He comes here, lies on there was a charpai like thing, and reads books. Big books he has. He will open that book and throughout his eyes will be in the book. He doesn't see anything. So father was surprised, but he did not know this tendency or so. The mason shows him that, see, today the masons had put the bricks, that one line has gone up and gone to mix with the other line. And still he did not say anything. Actually it is his fault, not my fault. The chief mason is he not supposed to see that you are putting the bricks wrong? Am I there to see that? And he is blaming me, saying that this has happened and he has not seen. Anyway, father accepted. He did not say anything that it is your fault or so, but he asked me not to come from the next day. This is my experience in construction. Now, when I came to ashram, the second day itself, we have come after a long journey. Those days, train journey used to take 3 days to reach Kerala from Calcutta. The second day itself, I was coming from outside and Swamiji I found was standing near the garage. There he was there. Seeing me, he said, see, now that you have come, I am thinking of starting some construction. We have not done for a long time. So I said, oh, acha, what construction? The first was to make a proper garage. So we had to make, then the next construction, our Mataji passed away, so a Samadhi Mandir has to be made. And Swamiji is very strange. Those who have worked with him, they will only know. He will say that abhi chahiye. Now itself it is. So he asked me to make a plan for making the Samadhi Mandir. I have just taken the drawing paper and started taking how much space is there and what will be there. Going there, I find that Swamiji has already started digging. By the masons and others, they have already started digging. So I said that how can it be done? I have to see. No, it has to be a hexagon. You make an hexagon. I will make an hexagon, but so he won't give you time also. So immediately the hexagon was made and it started growing. As it grows, the plan also grows. It is never planned beforehand. Our constructions all, I am also given to that. We somehow start and then the plan will grow along with that. Then as soon as it reached the lintel level, the windows and all, suddenly you understand, Swamiji called me from, I was below doing it. We had a lot of work otherwise also. He called me there and said, see, I want these windows to be decorative because it is going to be a mandir, Samadhi Mandir. It cannot be the flat windows. Make a beautiful decoration on it. Oh my goodness, I have never done all these things. So again I went to we did not have any chair table also those days. We had to lie on the floor and draw or keep something on the parapet and sitting on the floor we had to draw. My goodness, I am thinking right then a boy arrived. Boy means people used to visit. So a young boy arrived from somewhere. I asked him that, what are you? Oh, he belongs to a carpenter family. And do you know how the windows can be made decorative? Yes. Can you give me a decoration? Immediately he took and drew something. It's providential. Providential means you can say if you are a Guru Bhakta, you will say Guru has sent the solution also. Whatever. I was not that Guru Bhakta also. So I will say it is providential. So he drew something I did not like. So I only changed the design. In that, those who have seen the Samadhi Mandir, we have that Alimpana like thing there. So that part I have done to some extent. But he gave me that it is conical and because matching with the building and all. So I took the drawing and showed it to Swamiji. He was very happy. I did not say that this boy has done it, I have not done it. Then one after another, after the Samadhi Mandir, it was the Kananam guest house where all of you stay. There also it was like that only. Before anything started, we started the work. Anything was done fully. It went on for how many years? 30 years. Now it is 35. For the last 5 years I am not doing much. Something we had to make. This building also I interfered something. Like that is there, but not like that fully making anything. One after another, the CIRD Delhi came up, then CIRD Jamshedpur came up. Then our main building, ashram building, that is the most important part of it. So, I always refer to this story saying that was the remaining part of my sadhana, to get over the likes and dislikes. That very soon, if you get over it, very soon you start liking whatever you are doing. There is no likes and dislikes at all. All the construction I did it with my full attention, full mind and the best I could do to my best ability. Because there was no likes and dislikes at all. Whatever we have to do, we start liking that. These are all said, if it is said as a tattva, just as a theory, it won't work. You have to see the functioning of it, how it works. That when we take to that, yes, Guru has asked me to do, I will do. When you do it with full mind, full attention, then automatically you like. There is no likes and dislikes. I like only to draw, I like only to chant. After coming to the ashram, I had to win over all just like that it went off. And after 25 years or so, I started saying in Guru Purnima meeting or so that there is a story of passing on the baton, but we talk about a boatman, that throughout his life he is rowing the boat. So one day somebody he passed over that and said that you now row, I will go. So like that, I was looking for a boatman whom I could pass on the, what do you call it, that which, oar, to whom I could pass on the oar. Then arrived from Delhi to take over the job, and my then difficulty became controlling. He is a Rajasika person. Oof, the whole accounts department will go berserk under him. I tell him that this will not do. I will moderate you. Even now also he is looking after all the houses we are making for the poor. He is the main person. And he has taken away all my helpers. The painter we had employed to paint, now he has become a supervisor. He is no more available for painting. So all these things I have to fight with. But fighting doesn't do anything. I have to accept it. So acceptance also is important there. So what I am saying is that the Rajasika, I went over to that from Rajasika, that they are very much guided by, the Rajoguna is always guided by likes and dislikes. Whereas, we were studying actually this one, Sattvika karma. That niyatam sangarahitam aragadveshatah kritam. He will not do out of ragadvesha. He will do whatever to be done, and he will not cling to what you are doing. If other suggestions come, other things come, he will be very open to accept suggestion if it is a good suggestion. Otherwise, you will find always our mind will restrict, will always obstruct. Any good suggestion coming also, our tendency is always to say no, this will not work. The Sattva Guna means he will be ready to accept everything. Aphala prepsuna karma. Now this you have to understand very well. He says that his mind will not be glued to the result. Can anybody work without looking at the result? If a work doesn't have result, then why should we do it? Not only that, if you are not focused on the result, then when you want to have opened a factory to make a car, the factory will produce shoes instead of cars. That all, similar thing may happen. To have the proper result, you have to be fully focused on the karma. So to understand why I am stressing these points is we have to understand each word. This aphala prepsuna, that means his mind is not glued to the phala, means it is not the objective phala. Bhagavad Gita is widely, universally misinterpreted, that phalatyaga. Phalatyaga means you do but the fruit is not yours. Never focus on it. Can anybody work? Shankaracharya says that prayoyanam anuddishya mandopina pravartate. If there is no result, even a dance will not work. Even the Gardhava will, when you show the carrot, it will run towards that. If it is not interested in the carrot, will it go? So there cannot be any work without focusing on the result of it. Bhagavad Gita speaks about is not the objective result, then it would have been useless. If you don't look at the objective result in doing any work, that work will never be done and never be properly done. It will be absolutely useless. Bhagavad Gita is never speaking about any objective result at all. It is speaking about the internal result. That we think that by doing this I will become happy. Or say by working in the factory I will get some money at the end of the month. Then with that money I will look after my family. The family will become happy, and when the family becomes happy, I will become happy. Everywhere the result, final result is I will become happy. You look into it, whatever you are doing is not the ultimate result, I will become happy. Even when you are wanting to sacrifice your life also, although after the life is sacrificed, you will not be there. But by sacrificing, I will become happy. Sacrificing for the country, I will become happy. Everywhere any work is done with the idea that I will become happy is the last point of it, which is absolutely wrong. Because happiness does not lie outside. Happiness is right within. So, it is not that you are working to become happy. If you take away that result, idea that I will become happy, then whatever to be done, you will do it fine. You will do it to the best of your ability. And when that desire for happiness out of the work is not there, you will find that you are doing everything happily. You will do out of joy, everything you will do. That is why when we get over the desires, that person works like a demon. More than 10 people's work he can do. Don't you see our Swamiji working till 90 years old, how much he is working? Because he is not looking for happiness out of the work. He is doing whatever he has to do, whatever he knows, he is speaking, he is writing, he is doing, he is looking after people, whatever to be done. Not thinking that this will make me great, or this will make me famous, or this will make me something by which I will become happy. The moment we can rule out, we can strike off the desires from our mind, we will become happy. And everything we will do not for joy, but from joy, out of joy. The joy will become always with us. Because the source of joy is within, it is not in the outside. Actually, the desires are keeping us away from the joy. Desires are always agitating our mind. So we are not able to see the joy which is always welling forth from within. So, this is the Sattva Guni will start almost becoming a knower like this, that he will do, but do out of joy only, not for joy. So naturally, the result, his focus will be on the objective result. That I have to make this building, what are the properties of the building there, he will look into that. How much I can save the cost of it without suffering, without compromising on the quality, he will look into that also. How best it can be made under the circumstances. In Kerala it will be different from Delhi. Kerala is rain, heavy rain, and Delhi it is dry. So what are everything he will do, he will consult the experts in that. He will do the best of his possibility. Never thinking that by doing it we will become happy. This is true of many ashrams also, you will find it is like that. In Delhi, the main ashram building has not yet come. Delhi, when you go, if you go CIRD, you will find the gate is looking this side and our buildings are on this side. So often people ask that why your gate is looking that way. Actually that way is a big lawn. So original plan, that big lawn was supposed to be the main building of the ashram. But after we made our Acharya Kutir and all, where Swamiji was supposed to stay and meet people and all, for him a satsang hall, like a small hall like this is there. So that became, although it is insufficient, that is the hall. And we were conducting our program, everything. Everybody forgot that the main building was supposed to be somewhere. Nobody thought about it. It's only I know because the design I remember now. Ma also doesn't remember. I have to point out that main building has not come. It doesn't matter at all. Suppose we were getting glued to that we will have a beautiful ashram where this will be there. It was supposed to be 3-storied. Then there will be a basement where we will have the poor children's class. Then the first floor will be the auditorium, a big auditorium we will have. If had been there, he will put up some cameras, best of the audio, visual and all. We never thought about all these things. Simply the building did not come and nobody bothered about it also. When it becomes necessary, we will make it also. So this is the meaning of not clinging to something. This is the meaning of not desirefully acting. So that is called sattvika. The second one is yattu kamepsuna karma sahankarena va punaha kriyate bahulayasam tad rajasam udahritam. What kind of actions are rajasa karma? Rajasika karma. He says kamepsuna. It is desireful. They are making it because of desire. For a family to stay, do you need a 14-storied building to show off your property and all? Oh no, I am not meaning anybody, but maybe it has the name I They may need also, I don't know what they're doing. But people do it. In Cochin, there was one businessman our architect had designed it. He said that the bedroom is some 2,000 or 4,000 square feet. Like our Sabhaniketan, 2,000 square feet. And it has got a swimming pool inside the bedroom. So it is kamepsuna karma. Maybe somebody will get drowned in that swimming pool and die also, the children, baby also. People don't think on that. They have fascination for having something which nobody has. That is the kama there. I will have a building which nobody ever has seen. Sahankarena va punaha. It is done egoistically, ahankara. Ego, that I have done this, I have done something like this. Kriyate bahulayasam. They unnecessarily make big of it and put all their effort, energy, money and whatnot. Bahulayasam means lot of effortfulness, unnecessary effortfulness. I told you that Rajasika people that there were, I have to do it. I have to meet the architect today. Run immediately, the architect must come here, there. Actually, he is sitting in his house. So they are so agitated by what they want to be done immediately, that they miss that there is a more balanced and soft way of doing. Similarly, Tamo Guna also, let us read now so that I don't have to come back here. Anubandham kshayam himsam anapeksha cha paurisham. Anubandham, this is the next verse only, 25. Anubandham means what will be the bhavi. Bhavi means the future result, good or bad. A tamasika person will not look into that. Kshayam, that means whether it will result in lot of loss of energy, loss of money, that will also not, they will not think. Unnecessarily they will waste money here and there because of their alasya, their lethargy, their ignorance. Himsam, maybe it is hurtful to others, that also they will not see. In the work, whether the work is going to be causing some inauspicious development, will be resulting in lot of loss of money and power and all, will be hurting others, all these things, they will not. And Paurusham also. Paurusham means whether he has the samarthya, he has the capability or not. That is, whatever we are attempting, are we capable of doing? Otherwise, why should we take it up? That needs some vichara. So all these things, mohad arabhyate, they start out of delusion. They get engaged in the work out of delusion only. Delusion means falsehood, wrong understanding of situation. Ignorance. Not only ignorance, it means the wrong understanding of situation. That is called mohad arabhyate karma yat tamasa muchyate. That is called tamasa karma. So see here how the karma also is divided into three. Rajo ragatmakam viddhi trishna sanga samudbhavam tan nivadnati kaunteya karma sangena dehinam. So here karma sanga, when we are reading, we have to know that they are referring to the rajasika karma, rajasa karma. That 18th chapter what we were discussing. So they naturally, such karma will bind him through these rajasa qualities. Is there any difficulty in understanding? You are getting confused by going from this chapter to that chapter. But that is the way we have to study. To understand deeply, we have to go that way. Otherwise, you will say that karma sangena, they are getting attached to the karma. It is not speaking about any karma. They have already discussed a rajasa person, what kind of karma he does. And in that, when you understand, you will understand how it is binding him. Next is the 8th. Tamastu ajnanajam vidhi mohanam sarvadehinam. Tamoguna is originated from ajnana, ignorance. That is avidya, same. I said that ajnana has got two forces. One is distractive forces and the first one is avarana. The first one does not allow us to see the truth, allow us to know who am I. So naturally we become small and we start running around here and there. That vikshepa shakti is of the Rajoguna. Rajoguna is the vikshepa, the distracting power of the ajnana. And here Tamoguna is the avarana shakti of the avidya or ignorance. That means it is not allowing us to see the truth. That covering is done by the tamoguna. Tamoguna means darkness. It means lethargy, etc. It is not allowing us to see the truth. And Rajoguna means when we are not seeing the truth, Rajoguna is always projecting us to too much of activity everywhere, desire-motivated activity. So, tamastu ajnanajam vidhi, mohanam sarvadehinam. It is always putting a cover to our mind, intelligence, everything, so that we don't see the truth. Always it is there. Suppose in sleep we don't see the truth, or when we are dozing also, are we seeing the truth? She will always doze in the class, and whenever we tell that, she will get up and say the last line. So, anywhere we stop, she knows the last line. How can it be possible? I don't know. The previous lines she doesn't remember. So the attention is working, but the memory is not working. Is it not? We generally say that, how do we know that who is fit to become an ashramite or not? When a person starts sleeping in the class, that is the time we approach, that this is fit for joining our ashram. So we start picking. No, it is true. And if it is not like that, soon after coming to the ashram, initially is very attentive. So one has not become fit till then. When he or she becomes fit, will definitely start sleeping in the class. We have a story of a group of drunkards, opium addicts. They wanted to do a Durga Puja. Bengalis have Durga Puja, a lot of. We need quite a lot. Saraswati, Lakshmi, Durga, that Asura, the lion, everything is required. It needs quite a lot of people if you want to enact a Durga Puja. So these opium addicts, they decided to do a Durga Puja. But who will join them? They have to find out other opium addicts. So 2 addicts were there. They said that it's not difficult. You do one thing. We will stand on 2 sides like this. That is, the road is passing. One is standing on that side, another is standing on that side, holding, not holding anything, doing like this, as if they are holding a rope. And let people cross. So people were looking at them and laughing and crossing. Normally they will ridicule that, what are these people doing on 2 sides standing like this constantly? Suddenly one person came, looked at here, looked at there, and then did like this and passed. Pakdo usko. Catch hold of him. 3 were. Then the next person, after a long time, one person looked here, there, then jumped on over there. So like that they got 10 or 12, whatever is needed, everybody. Then they were doing the puja. So one became the Durga Murti with the spear. Another became the Asura. So spear will go into the Asura now. They are all Tamo. Under the spell of opium means they are all under the spell of Tamoguni. Tamas. What happened is that after some time when the puja was going on, this spear went into the Asura and the Asura died. And there was blood. It says that, I don't know whether it is true, the opium addicts, they fear blood very much. So all of them seeing blood, immediately they ran away. All of them ran away. Only the person who had become the ghatam, that kalasham. One person was made kalasham. So he was, with eyes closed, he was sitting there. So naturally he did not see the blood. So all of them left and he remained like that, and the asura who died, he remained by the side. When police came, he found the dead person, that what blood is there, and a person is sitting by the side like this. So they called, it will not reply anything. Finally they kicked the the kalasham. By kicking he fell like this and started doing goop, 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 goop. Do you understand what is happening? Water is falling out of the kalasham. So like that we have many symptoms for the ashramites who can become a brahmacharini, who can become a sannyasin, and who can become the matadipati. Save Swamiji. Tamastu ajnanajam viddhi mohanam sarvadehinam. It always covers up our real attention and our buddhi and everything. It puts a cover on us. Pramada alasya nidrabhihi tan nibadnati bharata. It binds the person by pramada, alasya and nidra. These three we have to understand. The tamoguna works through pramada, alasya and nidra. Pramada means inattention. Inattention. All of us suffer from that. But what does it mean? It is actually opposite to the Sattva Guna. Sattva Guna means always revealing everything, attention. So pramada works in the mental and intelligential level. Inattention works, it's not in the physical level. It is in the mental and intelligential level. The tamoguna action will be going against the Sattva Guna, that which reveals and always shows us the real picture. It will not allow. It will give always a wrong picture. That is the inattention. We can have many examples of inattention. I will not tell any more story now. Then alasya. Alasya means lethargy. Alasya can be both bodily and mental. Pramada can be mental. It is inattention, mental and intelligential. Alasya can be both physical, mental, intelligential. You think that how many of us, our vichara, our viveka buddhi or buddhi is remaining active during the whole day. Most of our mind is always thinking crisscross, what happened and what is going to happen, or all useless things. The buddhi doesn't work. So, this alasya is not only physical lethargy, it is more in the mind and intelligence. Whenever the attention is needed, the mind and intelligence is not able to rise up to the occasion. Pramad, alasya, nidra. Nidra means sleep. Now sleep means it is neither the Sattva Guna is working nor the Rajo Guna is working. Sleep means bodily, mentally, intelligentially all are not active. So it works against Sattva Guna and against Rajo Guna also. The first one, Pramada, works against Sattva Guna to remove the attention from our mind and intelligence. The second one, Alasya, it also works against Sattva Guna as well as Rajo Guna. Because lethargy means it will not allow you to do exercise even. The day we feel lethargy, one day I need not do. So it is both physically, mentally, intelligentially, and it is working against Sattva Guna and Rajo Guna, obstructing both. And Nidra is obstructing Rajo Guna and Sattva Guna in all levels. No activity, no revelation, nothing. So that is what the Tamo Guna is. So here we have written moha, darkness, ignorance, delusion, inertia. All these things are Tamo Guna properties. opposes activity and change, that is Rajoguna. Opposes enlightenment, that is Sattva-guna. See, when you are under the spell of too much of Tamo-guna, you will not be able to read the Shastras. Even if you read, the meaning will not strike your mind. In height of Sattva, you will find the Shastras are speaking to you. You don't have to listen to the lecture. The words will speak to you. You will directly understand why it is there, what is the meaning of it. Sattva Guna will reveal all those things. Leads to inattention, lethargy and delusion, as I said just now. It is the avarana, the veiling power of avidya, ignorance, avarana shakti, which covers. You can look into the Tamoguna also, their karma and jnana, all these are there. Yesterday we were seeing jnana and sukha. So those also, you look into the 18th chapter, you will find all is given. That Tamoguna, the buddhi, will always understand the reverse of it. You see in buddhi, what is the shloka number? Buddhi, it is in 18.30. From there the shloka starts. 18.30. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha karya karye bhaya bhaye bandham moksham cha yavetti buddhi sapartha satviki. The sattvika buddhi is which will allow you to know what is to be done, where we have to withdraw, what is not to be done, what is to be done, what is work which is good and proper to do, and where lies some danger, where lies no danger. All those things, everything will be clearly told to us by the buddhi, sattvika buddhi. Bandham moksham cha ya vetti. It will tell us also where lies bondage and where lies liberation. As we are discussing, it should be very clear for the sattvika buddhi, it should be very clear that here lies this is the path to liberation and this is the path to more and more bondage, whatever we are doing. So it will direct us, guide us always properly. Suppose initially it is very pleasant that people go to club and get indulgent in whatever is being done. They enjoy a lot. They say that we are enjoying life now. If the parents say that no, don't do it, they will not listen. Then finally when they get into trouble and even think of committing suicide also. These cases are very common here also, we are hearing constantly. Then they get, but at that time nothing can be done. They are already gone. So as sattvika buddhi will tell us that, well, you can enjoy things but in a moderate manner, not losing yourself in this manner, and this may happen, that may happen. Where you are running, it is not all like that. They will revert in a different manner. All these things he will be understanding. But only under the spell of Rajoguna and Tamoguna, we will not know. Particularly when they are drinking, the Tamoguna, they are deliberately increasing. Drinking means they will be fully under the Tamoguna. They will not know what is happening to them also. Yaya dharmam adharmam cha karyam cha karyam eva cha ayathavat prajanati buddhissa partha rajasi. In the rajasa nature, the buddhi, they will not know what is to be done, what is to be not to be done, where lies dharma, where lies adharma. They will understand, but wrongly understand, not the correct understanding. There will be some lack, that is to some extent they understand, not the full of it. There will be ajathavat, means not fully, not properly. Whereas for the tamoguni, adharmam dharmamiti ya manyate tamasavrita sarvarthan viparitamscha buddhissa partha tamasi. This we often quote. Sarvarthan viparitamscha buddhissa partha tamasi. Tamasa buddhi is, what is adharma, they will think to be the dharma, reverse of it. And whatever the meaning of certain things, they will understand it in the reverse manner. In ashram it is very common. Suppose Swamiji is pointing out some fault or defect in anybody, that some correction is given. Immediately the person will think that, oh, Swamiji doesn't like me. He is telling you the correction only because he likes you. He is not telling all the visitors who are coming, you have this defect, that defect. When will the Guru tell the defect? When he owns up the person and he feels free to tell something that the correction is needed, he will tell. So they should be feeling grateful about it. They should feel fortunate that, oh, Swamiji has owned me up and he is telling me this. They will not think like that. They will get agitated that, oh, Swamiji doesn't like this. That person is doing so much of wrong, he doesn't say anything. I have not done anything, I have been accused. All those things, these are all viparitārthan, sabdārthan. What is that? Sarvārthan viparitāmscha buddhissa partha tamasya. This 18th chapter is very, very enlightening. All the details are there. So one thing we should remember, that we are all understanding that the Sattva Guna is the most favorable thing for sadhana, for improving in life, for going on the correct path, going on the auspicious path. Sattva Guna is the most favorable guna. But it also binds. That bondage comes much later. We don't have to worry about it now. We have now to worry about the effect of the Tamo Guna and Rajo Guna. To overcome the effect of Tamo Guna, we will need to cultivate more and more of Rajo Guna and Sattva Guna. Not only Sattva Guna. Suppose a Tamo Guni person, you ask him to meditate, he will sleep in the name of meditation. He will not be able to meditate. So Vivekananda used to say that our children should play. They should not be given to meditation and all. They should play first of all. That is, Rajo Guna has gone down in our country at that time. So, to overcome the effect of Tamo Guna, we have to cultivate both Rajo Guna and Sattva Guna. Then, when we become Rajo Guni, to overcome the bondage of Rajo Guna, we have to cultivate Sattva Guna. Because Rajo Guna is making us desireful by giving us a fragmented vision, a partial vision. By Sattva Guna, we will have a comprehensive vision and see the ultimate goal of life, where lies auspiciousness and all, so that the Rajo Guna will be under control. Then to overcome the bondage created by Sattva Guna, that is the last step. We don't have to worry about it in the beginning, but to overcome that, you cannot take recourse to any other guna. What has to be done, Bhagavad Gita 14th chapter says at the end, and also in Bhagavatam, that one has to surrender everything to the Lord or Guru. That through surrender, whether it is Rajo Guna, Tamo Guna, Sattva Guna, whatever comes, whatever goes, I am nowhere in that. So we will take up those shlokas. Okay, we will stop. Prabuddham vimuktam vikaradihinam prasannam sada nitya bodhasvarupam param nishchalam nirgunam sarvarupam bhajeham sadanusmarami pranami Prabuddham vimuktam vikaradihinam prasannam sada nitya bodhasvarupam param nishchalam nirgunam sarvarupam bhajeham sadanusmarami pranami. Hari Om Tat Sat.